welcome to Project Talk with Glenn and James and Glenn. Oh wait, no, we dropped all that, didn't we? Welcome to Project Talk. I don't know how to do this anymore. It's been so long, and then it was only once, and then it was so long before that. But welcome to your favorite Sunday afternoon live stream, talking about different projects and what not. I hope you like the little blurb of the intro there in the beginning. Do it again. I didn't want to actually play the old intro, but I thought it'd be fun to have it pop up for just a second.
We're totally professional outlet here, so.
Oh yeah, of course. So for those of you that do not know, I am Glenn from Fun King 3D, and with me, of course, is my brother from another mother, James from Print and Play.
All the way up in Canada land.
Canada.
Yep.
Well, this morning here in Florida, it felt like Canada. I woke up at about 6:45, and it was 27 degrees outside, which for us that doesn't happen very often. So, Builder's Mark says he is second. I don't know then who is first because there's nothing before that. So I guess at this point I'm giving Mark bragging rights for being first. Nadav is also here. Bob Carnes. Felipe is in here, and this segment of the show is sponsored by Felipe because 3 weeks ago when we were streaming, Felipe had kicked me $20 on the PayPals, but we were playing Minecraft and I didn't create him a banner. So now, no, his name is in the lights. Glenn Hogue is also here. Clint, Alan Osborne, Ollie is here. And I think that, Tom Elrod just slid in right there at the end. How are you, Tom? So, and then anybody else that's here, because there's 17 watching, and that doesn't feel like 17 people. There's Uncle Ron. Now 16 people. We already upset somebody and they left.
That's fair. But we can't see if we have a thumbs down now, so.
No, I can.
Yeah, but don't bother.
No, I could go to my. So let's talk about that for a second because I kind of have an issue with it.
Hey, Red Light's here. Haven't seen Red Light in here in quite a while.
Red Light.
Red Light. You don't have to put on the Roxanne.
So my issue with the not being able to see thumbs down, I mean, I realize like why they did it, so like you don't get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And if you go and you watch a video and you're like, yeah, that's okay, but yet it has more thumbs down than thumbs up, you're gonna be like, yeah, I guess it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
But what if you're watching, say, somebody teaching you how to do the electrical wiring in your house, how to wire an outlet, and you don't know how. So you're watching it as YouTube University, and people who do kind of know how watch that video and like, no, that's dangerous. And everybody gave it a thumbs down. But you watch it and you're like, well, there's no thumbs down. I guess I'll go ahead and wire my house like that. And then
I didn't think I was supposed to didn't think I was supposed to attach the copper to my nipples, but I mean the video says so.
That guy looks like he knows what he's talking about, and there's no thumbs down. So he must know what he's talking about. So that was my little side rant on that.
So we were in fact off for 3 weeks. I was sick the first week and then in the hospital sick. Now they sent me home at night. They're not trying to keep anybody overnight, but I was in at the beginning of the day on the Sunday, was there the entire day. And then at the end of the day, they gave me some painkillers and stuff and then asked me to come back first thing the next morning. So spent 2 days there. And then I've spent the past week basically in bed nonstop. So that's why we weren't here last week. My fault. Glenn was all like, let's stream. And I'm like, I'm dying. Glenn's like, so last stream then?
I'm like, suck it up, man. You're not dead yet.
Print to Play James coming to you live from the morgue.
So, well, it was really funny because my wife kept saying, she's like, "Oh, well, I would stream with you, but she has this thing that she's been going to at church on Sunday evenings." And so then, of course, they canceled it today because everybody's sick, and now we're streaming.
Is it regular sick or the sick?
I think it's the sick.
That's unfortunate, but
Yeah,
we've been seeing it pop up a lot here with the younger kids in school.
yeah.
One of Kay's coworkers, her first day of she took 2 weeks off. Her first day of vacation, her kid tested positive.
Oh wow.
Like,
Well,
well,
I'm like just regular sick. I've had a cold. It's not COVID. Been tested. Everything's fine.
yep.
Um, but it's been like it's just been wailing on me and dragging me down. But so so your co-host was
Co-host was
dying
dying the other
day.
day. You watched all of the new letter, Kenny, right? Oh yeah, we discussed it.
It did, yeah. I still want to go back and watch all of them. So
Kay and I will probably do that like midsummer. I'm hoping we'll get the next season midsummer because they've already filmed it,
yeah.
but we'll see.
Well, I told Xander he could watch it now.
It's not terribly bad.
No,
Like there's some foul language and a little
it's
bit
the
of
language, yeah.
little bit of adult situation, but you know.
But yeah. Well,
It's
and you guys, if you notice, I'm not drinking Coke Zero today.
me either. I haven't had a can of Coke Zero in 9 days.
I haven't had it. If I drank a can on the last stream 3 weeks ago, that was the last can I had. I've gone to 100% water with a cheater. Oh, Ollie says he's got COVID now. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's the one that just kind of just runs through and everything's fine.
Yep. Is your cheater like the little flavor squirts?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I put some squirts in there. So I should have taken a picture because I went out and bought Mio because that's the one that I knew existed, Mio, and I got a couple different flavors, and then I got the wife hooked on it, and so she would buy a couple flavors, and I got a couple more flavors. And they're in the cabinet where the glasses are. And Sanders like, this is getting ridiculous. There's so many of them here as he's putting the dishes away. So then I found out that Crush, Crush orange soda, they make orange, grape, strawberry, and pineapple.
As I'm already typing in Amazon now.
Oh yeah. Well, I should put up an affiliate link because it's amazing. So
it's so expensive in Canada though. I guess it's not here yet.
Is it really?
4 packs, like a pack of 4 of them is $40.
Holy cow! Yeah, $16 here.
Okay, so I can get a 30 variety pack. Assuming that these are they're sugar free. You know what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and order this one. It's $28 for the 30 pack, which I'm assuming is 30 bottles worth.
But make sure it's not the powders.
This is the powder, but it does say sugar free.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So I like the squirts because I don't drink out. I like getting the squirts. I like the squirt ones because I don't drink out of a bottle.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna throw a quick affiliate link because I want everybody's money. No, again, affiliate links don't cost you anything more. It only costs Amazon more. Why did that not copy to my clipboard? I went to paste it in and it pasted Felipe's name. So that is a link to somebody want to grab that? We have a few moderators. Anybody want to?
Oh, I didn't see what it was. What was it?
Report.
Oh, I see.
Explicit material.
Uncle Ron wants to know if I shrunk during my sick time. I used it as a head start. There were 3 things wrong with me at the hospital. 2 of them are out of my control, and then one of them was potentially related to weight. So I had lost 8 pounds by the time all was said and done, and I was on the recovery route, and I've continued that trend. So I've lost 11 pounds in the past 9 days.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, it's
mean,
a good head start.
it's
It's less than ideal, but also,
well, it's sad, for like why it happened, but like
well, the doctor was like, even if you lose X percentage of your body weight, it'll help with this other thing, and I'm like almost to the percentage that he gave. So yeah, it's weird to go a week and then all of a sudden your clothing's fitting like a little baggier and
shit,
your
clothes
gut's
were
hanging ever
baggy
so
the other
slightly.
day.
But $32 for 30 of them.
Paul Cumber in the house. Hello, Paul.
See, I like this. I do like this. So we're out of the squirt material, but sorry. Kay's favorite flavor of Kool-Aid is the lime Kool-Aid, and
Lime
apparently
Kool-Aid.
and they don't have that in Canada anymore. So I bought her a box of the powders for making a pitcher. So we have 50 pitchers worth of lime Kool-Aid,
Nice.
like like the powder pack. So today I'm drinking that stuff because it's got to get used up, and then I just add stevia or truvia or whatever to do the
Yeah.
sweetening.
Well,
And
what we ended up doing with the crush specifically, if you take and you do just like a quick shot of orange and a quick shot of pineapple, you get orange pineapple, and it's magnificent. So then I found that Icy, like the Polar Bear Icy company, they also make them, and they have a mango, and my wife's crazy about mango, so I ordered those mainly for her, and then she does pineapple mango, and so we go through the pineapple quite a lot, but yeah, no, 100% water. I even going out to eat now, I just drink water, and so, yeah, it's good stuff. Rover's in the house. Hey, Rover. Oh, Scott Hack Monkey slid in too. I missed him. I kind of missed a lot going back. Uncle Ron Hershey squirts. Ollie said, "Yeah, it's like a bad cold." Well, that's good. That's the not so bad COVID, but I mean, still take care of yourself. And
yep.
Scott said, "I'm hooked on the powdered versions with caffeine. I got a couple of the Mios with caffeine, but I've been trying to cut the caffeine out too because the point I quit drinking pop, I haven't taken any more caffeine in either. So but yeah, it's good. I'm the doctor kept griping at me about not drinking enough water, so I go back tomorrow actually, and we'll see what he has to say this time.
You're not drinking enough pop, son of a.
You don't have enough caffeine in you. So, but
he's sponsored by Big Coca-Cola, Big Soda.
Well, at least somebody is. It's not us. But
yeah,
no,
I'll keep an eye out for them. I'm gonna wait on buying the powdered ones. It was a bit of an impulse buying. $30 for 28 or whatever doesn't seem.
No, that's buck a shot.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, I would order them and ship them to you, but shipping to Canada sucks.
Yeah, I'd have to convince Chris Riley is going to be shipping me stuff upon occasion, so I'd have to convince him to pick some up and toss it in with the order.
Yeah. I
guess I could probably order it off of Amazon.com and have it delivered to his place, and then he could just, cut a hole in the filament bags and then just stuff it full of. I actually don't know if you can readily ship that stuff across the border as well, because like it is a liquid, and I don't know how all that works.
I don't know if they asked us that though. I don't know if they asked us if anything was liquid. They just asked, like.
Oh, is this when Xander sent stuff?
Yeah. But they made us write on the customs form everything that was in there.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
And a value. Yeah, but I was told that it doesn't happen coming the other way, that you guys don't have to do that to send stuff here.
I mean, I don't think I've ever sent. I know that my wife's, or sorry, my mother-in-law I think, shipped out some food outside of Canada, not to the States, but somewhere else at some point, and she had to list absolutely everything off. So, but
yeah, I had wrote on their Christmas presents, and the lady's like, "No, you have to actually write down everything that's in there." I'm like, "There's like 50 things in this box." In fairness, she was nice. She was just doing her job.
yep. People need to stop yelling at other people for doing their jobs and policies that aren't in their control.
Yeah, don't was it? Don't blame the player, blame the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yep.
Uncle Ron said flavor smuggling. Yeah, this is actually my cup that Uncle Ron gave me for Christmas a year ago.
It's very fit. Is that a Yeti? It looks like a Yeti.
I don't think it's like an official Yeti.
It's a Yetish.
It's that style, but
yeah.
I'm drinking about 4 of these cups a day. So
well, that's good. That's going to be almost double what you need, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Makes me stay up and pee all night long.
Yeah, one of my pet peeves is people that mistreat employees that are generally getting paid probably minimum wage. There's a video yesterday of somebody in Canada arguing with a person at an employee at a restaurant over having to wear a mask until they get seated or whatever, and they spit on said employee. And I'm
yeah, no.
That's just file a complaint. But like the people there aren't paid. They're not the ones saying the policy. They don't want to be the heavy or whatever. Anyways, they want to be the one telling you what to do.
Right.
But
no.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, like I get mad at customer service at times.
But like you should only get mad at customer service if they're not doing their job properly. In my opinion,
no, you end up getting angry when you don't get your way. Like when they're like, "Well, there's nothing I can do." Well, bull crap, do something about. But then I always apologize at the end, and so not that makes it any better, but. Brian Vine said, "Of what? Glen Bourbon?"
Glenn doesn't drink and never has. He's never had any alcohol.
Never ever. And I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. Yep.
Now's the point where we confess that because the past couple weeks have been rough, we have nothing prepared for today. Although I was just thinking, because I did say, I think Felipe brought up Minecraft. We did discuss the last time we were together and we played Minecraft that maybe we would look into a properly hosted server so that I don't have to give my IP address to other people to have, people from Patreon or be able to invite people from in here to play with us. So we could start doing some investigative work into that. I don't know.
During the stream? That would be ridiculous.
Getting some work done during the stream?
Well, I was going to pull the FK1 over and start tracing that wiring harness and find out what went wrong with that BL Touch, but
who has the time?
There's so much crap in the way. So that's kind of why I've shied away from that. And I don't spend any time up here whatsoever now. So it's all in the garage. I was actually going to wear my Fun King Garage shirt today, just kind of as a ha-ha, but it's actually out in the garage.
Bob Carney says, set up a DNS host and you can turn it off when you want. The only problem is, at least in terms of the ones I've looked at, you can still do like a trace route on the DNS and figure out where it's resolving to. So it obscures it slightly, but if and like it's not specifically anybody in here that we're concerned with, but if we're putting it out into chat and stuff like that, then it makes it available for everybody. So I'd rather it be somebody else's problem if something goes wrong.
Yeah, well, plus if we do a third-party host, then we can open it up to more people.
Yep.
I would just want to be able to turn it on and off as far as letting people in and not letting people in, so that nobody's griefing during the week.
Yep.
Felipe asked, does anyone know anything about Murph 2022?
I haven't seen any announcements. I saw one for Earth 2022.
Yeah, they'll make an announcement a week before. their communication is not the greatest, but Irf said it's going to be an in-person event this year. So,
but usually, have they announced the weekend at least? Usually by now they've.
For Murph, no.
Yeah.
Are you googling it or?
I'm looking now because it would be 2 months from now. Like if it was going to be in March, and I haven't seen any talk about it.
Well, now, wasn't it later last year? Wasn't it in April last year?
It was later last year, but I was under the impression that they. Oh, I've been trying to figure out what's been going wrong with my mouse. I think Mika broke my mouse.
So
Give
the
me
cat
2
broke
seconds.
the mouse?
Yeah, because I've been trying to figure out. All of a sudden, my mouse would just stop being able to click on things and tracing, and I think the back broke button is broken on it. I think she knocked it off the desk at some point, and I just put it back up on the desk and didn't think anything of it.
Dan said Murph says sometime in June. Ben said I heard May or something. Now it's starting to and I can't. You guys are just typing too much.
Okay, we're back. I personally will not be at any of the in-person events this year because Kayleen does have to do another round of her medication this year. So it will nerf her immune system, and even regular con cred could be a problem at that point. So this year we'll be on the side of caution, then hopefully by next year everything will be back to normal.
That makes me sad because this will probably be the last year I make it to any of the rep festivals.
You think so?
I do think so. I think it's going to be my farewell tour. I mean, not overall, just as far as rep festivals go. Because by 2023, I'll be on the automotive circuit, and that's where my vacation time is going to have to go.
I legitimately was about to make a joke about it, unless of course I make it big on the retro tech channel, in which case I'm going to have to look at diverting time around. But the retro tech channel has continued to grow at almost the same pace as my main channel, but with 1/15 the content. So I feel like I will always want to do these streams and hang out with people, and I'll always be 3D printing and stuff like that. But I think that if I am going to have success, it'll probably be there.
3D printing market's a hard market to be in as far as being a YouTuber.
Yep.
Glenn Hogue said, Irf's already on my calendar. I should book a room. Dan said, Murph said on Twitter they're shooting for June again this year. 3DHP said, I heard it's moving to Las Vegas, so I don't have to drive far. That'd be fun. That's where SEMA is. Oh, and everybody should go on Twitter right now and don't tweet and retweet, but make a new tweet and tag Sean in it, which is at ArtMods, and I think it's at
ArtMods underscore.
Yeah.
Or is it at underscore ArtMods?
God, now I can't remember. It's at ArtMods underscore. But you should tweet to him and encourage him, because he is, or at least he's supposed to be right now, finishing episode 1 of the Fummins project. So everybody should encourage him and harass him and tell him to hurry up.
I'm trying an experiment with the last video on Print and Play retrospective. I have paid somebody to do a thumbnail for it and see if my crappy thumbnails versus a professional thumbnail actually make a difference in this particular content space. Because if you go look at a lot of the most popular retro computer YouTubers, their thumbnails are literally just a screenshot from the video with a little bit of text applied to it, and that's it. There's none of the fancy stuff. And the guy that I'm
so it's pretty much my thumbnails.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, and the guy that's doing the thumbnail message like, do you want to take a picture of your face so I can put a reaction? I'm like, I don't put my face in my videos. So no. And he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do then.
He's just take a shot from here down.
But then you can't get the Like, check it out. I got a new Game Boy. There's the thumbnail. Did it.
I don't know. You figure like this old Tony never shows anything but his hands, and his thumbnails work.
DB3D Dan says G4 is back. Good sir. Maybe they will steal you up. I don't. Is G4 Tech TV doing well? I saw a bunch of videos pop up about some controversy. I didn't look into it, so please don't crucify me if it's something that could get me canceled or whatever. But basically I saw a bunch of YouTube videos saying G4 is over before it begins. So I don't know. I did get a new Game Boy though. That wasn't actually a joke. This is the Game Boy Pocket. Looks like it needs a new polarizer. It doesn't look like that as badly in person. It's just
In
the
real life,
camera. Yeah. So this one here was the second version of the original Game Boy, and instead of running on 4 AA's, it runs on 2 AAA's. So to give you an idea how tiny it is.
Sorry, did you see what Ryan Vines posted? Wow, James's neck looks really surprised in the thumbnail.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
so this is.
I always forget that I can do that, where you can put the chats up.
This is my third Game Boy Pocket, because I was telling Glenn before. I worked at a convenience. I didn't get into the full story, but I worked at a convenience store from 16 to 18 or 19, and the previous 2 were stolen from there. And I think the owner of the corner store actually took one of them, because I walked in after they let me go, because they had full family working there at that point, and he was playing one. I said, "Oh, is that my Game Boy Pocket?" He goes, "Oh no, this is ours." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't know what to do. I can't prove it, so." Yeah. But
Sharpie your name all over it.
Well, you know what? Like, oh, this isn't my original. I have 2 copies of Star Trek on it. My original one, my mom wrote James Cameron on the back of it, and I think on some of them she put the phone number and stuff. So now I've been having to go through and do like alcohol and trying to remove the Sharpie and stuff like that. But I bought a buddy of mine was trying to track one down for me. He's like, "Oh, there's one for sale here." He lives in my old hometown. Well, always will be hometown, but you know. And he's like, "It's $80 and it's missing the battery door." I'm like, "I'm not spending $80." So I went on eBay and I found this one, which is pretty, other than, the polarizer on the having a little bit of burn on it, which is, a cheap fix. It's pretty mint, and it even had a battery door, guaranteed working for $60 with shipping from Japan. And the only problem is I got it and it's not 100% working, because I've put 2 games into it. One of them doesn't work at all, and the second one, which is the Star Trek one, is missing some of the audio.
Wow.
So, see if I mean, you know how the Star Trek theme song goes, right, Glenn?
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully.
Dun 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 dun. Oh,
hey, hang on. Hundo P. Oh, I'm gonna have to give this the old Nintendo fix. By the way, don't actually do what I just did. I just don't have anything here to clean it with. Like it's not at all good for anything. But it also works. So.
Shout out to 3D Jeff for joining us. Hello, Jeff.
So the volume's a little shoddy on it, but let's see if you can tell that there's notes missing. Oh, it's just not even playing audio now.
I don't hear anything.
Well, that would be another problem.
Yeah.
The volume knob needs to be cleaned. Could you hear that ding?
Yeah. And you said you bought it through eBay?
Yeah. So it's supposed to go do 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 do, and instead it goes do do.
It only has half the dues.
Yeah. So it's probably in the amplifier board, because I'm not gonna say little known fact, but lots of people don't realize the original Game Boy is a stereo game system, but only has 1 speaker. So there's obviously a mixing circuit that mixes the left and right channel, so you get both out of the 1 speaker on the inside. I'm going to assume that if I connect headphones to it, which I actually just thought of doing now to confirm this. So I'm a little lagging behind, but then I'll probably get both channels, and that it's the mixer board in here that's causing the problem. Cat update from Sean. I'll allow you to field that one, Glenn.
Yeah. Other than the fact that the cat seems to be fine at this point, I don't have any other information. Like, I don't know if Poe has been back to the vet as of recent, but he is. I know that he is taking to his medication very well. They took him off of one of the pills, and I can't remember it. He was on like 3,000 pills a day or something. But they did take him off of one of the medications that he was on, but he was taking to it well. He was sunning himself in the window this morning. That's the latest that I've seen him, but I will try to get a better update than that and let you guys know next week for sure. So Brian Weiss said the other halves are don'ts. But yeah, Poe he does seem to be doing quite well. So, but I guess the medication could go on for like a year. So.
I was giving Sean a breakdown of what the doctor said about me. And he's like, it's the same condition my cat has. I'm like, I'm just going to come to the vet down there then. I heard this funny story on, I guess, TikTok. Kay loves TikTok. She watches TikTok stories and stuff all the time. And this woman found out that her husband was cheating on her, or boyfriend was cheating on her. And he's not deathly, but he's quite allergic to cats. And he found out that his side piece had a cat. So she went and got catnip spray and put it all over his stuff so that when he was there, the cat would never leave him alone. I was like, I don't know if I'd have the patience to torture somebody like that if I found out they were cheating on me, but I'd like to think that I could play the long game. Yeah.
I do have a printed solid box to open, and then I have a printed solid box to open.
Ooh, do you have another one?
Well, so the issue is this one came when we were on break, and then the next video was Minecraft, so I didn't open it during that one. And then we were on sick leave, and this one showed up. But this is a bittersweet story because this is my last Jesse box. I won't say ever, but
until you've used up some of it.
Huh?
Until you've used up some of it.
Well, yeah. So I have such a massive amount of filament now. Not bragging, just saying.
Humble brag.
And, so, like, I got the notification that my subscription was going to renew, and I thought I just can't take anymore.
Just as a heads up, so you know, your camera and microphone keep freezing. The camera more than the mic, but I don't like right now. It's all pixelated. I'm going to take a look at the stream output and see what it looks like. I'm assuming it's probably.
Oh, yeah, it's showing that my connection is unstable. I don't understand. I have like a great connection.
Did you pay your bills?
Oh, they take it right out of my bank account.
Yeah, same here.
Rover said, send it to me, Glenn. Well, it's no problem. You just go on Printed Solid and you subscribe, and they send it to you.
Assuming we have any open spots left.
Well, yeah, unless somebody got mine, I guess. Bye, Brian. Thank you for being here. Always
Thanks, Brian. Brian.
It said I'm pixelated. Yeah, I've got screamingly good. I mean, download. Let's see what upload does.
You look like censored adult movies in the early 90s on cable box.
My upload is absolutely in the toilet. Less than a megabit. But remember, this happened a couple weeks ago, too.
And it just straightened itself out, right?
And it fixed itself. So. So, well, you guys will just have to deal with it.
The best part is you're going to open the mystery box and it's going to still remain a mystery to everybody because they won't be able to see it.
Is it really that bad? Like, I look fine to myself.
Yeah, on my side, you're running at like less than a frame a second right now. In fact, you've been stuck on the same frame since I started this sentence. And you just moved. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm watching the playback. Yeah. Well, maybe I shouldn't open this yet then.
Wait and see if it straightens itself out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a StreamYard issue. It's definitely a Comcast issue.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, remember I rebooted everything the last time, and yeah, my download. I mean, I got 1.2 gig connection. This particular machine averages about 400, and right now it's running 330 download, but the upload is garbage. It's like dial up.
More like vial up.
It's telling me I need to move closer to my router. I don't think that's going to fix this. It's just right there. I can see it. Ben said, Comcast. Turn off Netflix. No, because again, it's not downstream, it's upstream.
Okay, well then turn off your torrents.
They go to a server in France.
They go to a server in some place with zero extradition.
I only use it for legitimate things like versions of Linux.
And stuff that you're already legally entitled to.
I'm entitled to whatever I want. I'm the Fun King. Yeah, I can't. I mean, even if it's my backup software pushing off my desktop, it shouldn't. I mean, it doesn't do like major uploads. So I don't know. I don't know. Is it any better yet? No, it looks like garbage. Of course, I don't know how far behind that is. Then we actually are. And James is gone. Now I'm pixelated and alone. Ooh, that's pretty. Mixtape number 12. I love that Dave includes these little pieces of cardboard because these are great for CAD, cardboard aided design. And Yellowbird. Oh, Yellowbird. Oh, James is completely gone. Am I still here? I don't even know if I'm still here. This is terrible. I don't know what to do about it. Pixelated and alone. Internet dating in 2000s. What happened, Mr. James?
I think one of the USB cables that's connected to my KVM is damaged, and I think I tapped it and it disconnected. And the thing is, because I share a lot of resources between my work and home stuff, it immediately disconnected my camera and my headset and everything else. So I guess I should just sit here and not move.
So I gotta say, this did you get this box?
No, I did not, I don't think.
This is Yellowbird.
Is it the new Fun King Yellow?
It looks pretty close.
Mm-hmm. So he just didn't name it after you out of spite.
Just like IC3D.
They who shall not be named.
No, it's actually a little too orange. It's just slightly too orange. Bummer. No,
Bummer.
the closest PLA I found is 3D Fuel, which those guys rock anyway. And then of course the actual ETG from IC3D. So, but this is it's like a purple, like a bluish purple, which is mixtape number 12. And then Yellow Bird. And look, they're both on recyclable spools. Love it. All right. Is my audio good?
Your audio is okay. You are understandable and only broken up a little bit.
Well, they do say breaking up is hard to do.
So a buddy of mine has an ANET A8, and it's still the acrylic frame, but the MOSFET upgrades and stuff have been done on it, so it's safe. And he was having issues with it. He replaced the hot end with the Titan, the one that E3D released, where like the heatsink, like the heat seat, the motor, and everything are all built into one piece, and like, you know what I mean? Like the hot end's a self-contained unit. And it's
I
direct
can't
drive.
remember.
You know which one I'm talking about, though, right? Like,
Yep,
or maybe
absolutely.
is it the Himera?
There you go, Himera. Yep.
Yeah. So he hasn't been able to get it to print right, and he showed me the stuff, and he's like, I couldn't find a good mount for it, and then I couldn't find a proper cooler, and it's obviously not cooling things well because everything's coming out chunky looking and stuff. And he sent me pictures of stuff, and I went through a bunch of stuff with him and couldn't figure out. And he's like, if I drop it off to you, could you take a look at it? And like, we'd been going back and forth for weeks at this point. And I said, yeah, sure. And it's been sitting in my basement for a few weeks since I picked it up from him. And I'm trying to think of when it was. It was probably maybe before our last live stream. It was definitely before our last live stream because I've been out of commission since pretty much then. He was like, I'm coming around Ottawa way, and I'll be driving through your town on the way there. And I said, well, let me take a look at it. I haven't had a chance, but let me see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. And I put it up on the desk, and I was just looking it over, and I just so happened to brush my hand across the fan that cools the hot end, like not the part cooling fan, but the main one.
Right.
And
heat sink fan.
What?
The heat sink fan.
Yeah. And so this is after it's been powered on, and I noticed that it took almost nothing. So it wasn't noisy, but I touched it and it took almost nothing to stop it. So I quickly cut the wires to it, installed a new 40 millimeter fan on it, and did the first print off of one of his source ones, and ended up with a very clean, pretty much perfectly printed miniature, other than some Z-banding because of the acrylic frame, using some of the one of the purple Jesse PLAs. So I sent him the picture. He's like, well, the printers make a lie. I'm like, no, I changed one thing. I sent him pictures while it was printing. I'm like, I want to see it finish the print before I say it's solved, because I changed one small thing, which unfortunately isn't going to be worth the 3 hours of driving for you to come here and get it back. But now I have his other printer downstairs, because of course, like the day after I fix one, the other one breaks. He's got I don't know what the brand was. I don't remember. It was kind of like a CR10 clone. And whenever he heats the hot end and bed at the same time, the printer resets itself. And it said, well, I've had somebody else just needs to be taken care of there.
I got it.
I said, well, I've definitely seen that happen before. It's usually been, in my experience, the power supply not being able to handle the draw. So he ordered a new power supply, but he ordered it like a no-name one, and it was the same problem, but after a different period of time. And I said, well, the new power supply, some of those off-name, no-name ones don't do that great. So he turned around and ordered a give me the name before I go nuts. The good brand name power supply that reputable.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, a Meanwhile power supply. And it's the same problem. So I was going to work on that today, but I just don't have the energy to haul it up onto the desk and get the cameras and stuff set up to dig through it. So maybe that'll be next weekend's project. Try and get that up and running for him. So the only thing I managed to get any work done on, this is the handheld that Banggood sent me to review. So it came with all their initial software and stuff set up on it, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I had time in bed this week to work on the interface. So now you can see if it'll, yeah, it's focused into there. So you can see you pick your game, and now it displays like the artwork that goes along with it. But then when you first land on the game, it'll actually run a little demo video showing you what the game looks like. So if you're trying to remember specifically what a game was that you used to play and you don't remember the title for sure, now you can go through the menu and see a little demo of it before you load it to make sure it's the game you were thinking of.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so this is all the Sega Game Gear stuff. I think that's a Spider-Man game there, and yeah, works pretty well. It basically it plays like a Raspberry RetroPie type setup. You know, he's around I think $100 US to get a handheld, and you know, it's a self-contained unit with it's got dual USB-C on the bottom. I imagine you could probably connect a second controller to it, and yeah. We still got to get you set up with a RetroPie setup at some point.
Yeah, one of these days. I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I just ran a trace route to Google, and all of the ping times are ridiculous.
We might end up having a short stream today after all.
Well, you just have to entertain the people.
Not my forte. Unfortunate.
Yeah, my ping time from me to my router is just real quick, and then the first server hop out is real quick, and then it just grinds. Not good. Well, I don't want to read these lovely letters from Dave if
Yeah, you have strobe voice going on, as Uncle Ron says.
I have strobe voice.
Yeah, your voice is strobing in and out.
I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing then. I guess I could open the other box.
Look, I appreciate everybody answering my question in chat. I know you mean well.
See what you did there.
Well, let's see what's going on in the news today. So, I have this keyboard that my wonderful wife bought for me. It is a actual wood, not wood grain, wood and metal keyboard. It is probably the toughest keyboard I've ever owned in my life. But now
I remember that. Yep.
Now we share an office though, and this sound drives her nuts. So, I like the style of keyboard, so I went ahead and ordered this one off of Amazon, which is very much the same form factor. Obviously, a different color setup, but very, very quiet.
Yeah, one of the it's too cold in Florida to clean this freezing. That's right. One of the things that Priscilla asked for Christmas was a clicky keyboard like Xander's. So I got her exactly the same one.
I mean, if it ain't broke.
No, well, I had credits. It was through that horrible company that I bought the computer from, and they give you credits when you spend money. So I had I think it was $100 worth of credits. So I just ordered 2 of those keyboards and used up all my credits. This box has mixtape number 13 and more cardboard for cardboard aided design.
Right you are, Rover. That's exactly why I bought it, because it looks like an old typewriter keyboard.
And blue ice.
Ice? Baby.
Blue ice.
Ding, 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 ding.
But I got gypped. This box didn't have no candy in it. Good thing it's my last one.
Kayleen sent me a link and then marked it not safe for stream. That's what I appreciates about her.
Is that what you appreciate about her?
Your sister's hot. Too fat to run though.
Oh, wait, I think it's just going to.
Oh, Kay's been cooking something. I can smell it. Are you frozen? Are you still there?
Oh no, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm reading. Because this one says, "Oh no, you may have noticed the world is still on fire out there. Supplies and shipping are basically everything else is just nuts out there." So I don't know if this is yeah. Can you hear me enough to read this?
Yeah, I could hear that.
Well, this month we finally had it deeply affect our operations. Cardboard spools have a shipping delay, and we had to switch back to plastic spools temporarily. I got 2 cardboards. So you may have gotten 1 cardboard and 1 plastic, or 2 cardboard or 2 plastic. But don't worry, it's only for a week or 2 more, and then we will be back to cardboard spools for everyone. Another thing is missing from the box. Yes, the Airhead candy. A few months back, we noticed the supply was getting low, and we ordered literally a ton of Airheads. Not a metric ton, but a freedom ton. David figured that would last till things got better. Well, here we are with 1 ton of candy almost used up and still no resupply anywhere on the horizon. This is by far the worst thing to affect our manufacturing process here at Printed Solid, and its effects we felt the world over. We are actively working to try to solve this terrible supply issue, and once we do, then don't worry, we will be putting the delicious Airheads back into the boxes right away. Well, David, I know he's not here. At least he's not chimed in. When they get back in stock, just mail me one directly, please.
And an extra one for the hassle, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, I do have to order. I got to order some black PETG, but now I don't want to order it until the candy gets there. Isn't blue ice the toilet dumpage from a plane? I suppose. Scott said I haven't got this cardboard spool yet. Been a couple of months since I ordered though. Looking forward to them. Yeah, they're very as I choke, they're very stout. So yeah, it's good stuff. Well, I'm gonna try to read this.
Best of luck.
I don't want to not read it. Has my internet gotten any better?
It's sort of coming and going with the problems.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 hops out is when it starts to get trashed. And I don't know what else to do about that. So, but anyway, so this is last month's box. Spool number 1 is mixtape number 12, which is the purple. David started up our first film and extrusion line way back in the before times, December 2019. Well, that would be why it's before times. Seems like so long ago. David had the idea of an extrusion line so he could run it for a day, maybe two a week. Just a small side project for fun and a great way for the CEO of a huge company like Printed Solid to connect with the workers by showing that he too is willing to get his hands dirty along with them. Then people started liking it so much it became a full-time job, and David hired and trained the first operator. Fast forward to today, and we now have 2 shifts running both lines all week long, and we are considering a 3rd shift and a weekend shift. Rumor has it that David is also trying to invent several extra days in the week to handle the extra demand. This month's mixtape is brought to you by one of our extrusion line operators. In his spare time, he likes to paint and sculpt and all that art stuff. He has been keeping a log of colors and ideas and even going as far as to name them. That makes this mixtape the first one that David has zero input on. In fact, while this mixtape was being made, David was out of town and did not see it before it shipped. So if you like this color, then thank David for hiring Jordan. If you hate the color, then blame Jordan. It's all his fault, and David had nothing to do with it. Jordan named this filament lavender iris. So, and it is a nice. It's funny these colors. It's like very Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota.
Spool number 2 is Yellowbird. Have you ever seen a color and thought immediately about something the same color in the real world? When David saw this color, he thought about Big Bird from Sesame Street. David thought about it from a legal standpoint. How can they own a trademark for the word big and bird? It seems so generic. David wrestled with the dilemma that there may be an argument to be made about calling it Big Bird because bird is lowercase. It would no longer be considered the last name of a character called Big Bird and instead rely on the word big to start a sentence as a descriptor, but be capitalized followed by the noun bird. He then decided to just say screw it all together because he didn't want to pay a lawyer a ton of money to argue the point that if it is bird, capital bird, it is a trademark, and if it's lowercase bird, then it is not. Also, David's grammar is horrible, so the courts would most likely just rule against him because somewhere he capitalized the wrong letter, and that's how he came up with the name Yellowbird. Good stuff. Scott asked, how does Yellowbird compare to IC3D Yellow? Are you speaking of Fun King 3D Yellow PETG from IC3D? This one is slightly more orangey. So
Mika just took a lunge at me and bit my hand.
What's that?
Mika just took a lunge at me and bit my hand.
Well, maybe you deserved it.
I put my finger on the desk and was going back and forth like this in front of her, not thinking about it.
Then you did deserve it.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, look at how the hunter has become the hunted."
All right, I'm gonna read this one.
Good luck. Nobody heard the last one. You broke up all the way through.
Did I really?
No. Would it be funny if I waited till the end to tell you though?
That's that third hop. That third hop is just jamming it down. Comcast. Oh, Comcast.
I literally have a cat bed on my desk. I'm just trying to get her to go into it so that I can use my keyboard because she is holding down the space bar right now. Come on.
All right. So this is the current month, and again, this is my last one at least for a while. So I hope that opened up a spot for somebody else. But
watch one of the colors be called Goodbye Glen.
What's that?
One of the colors is called Goodbye Glen.
Goodbye Glen.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah. Hey. Goodbye. I put in the comments when I canceled it. There's like a little spot that you can put a comment, and I put in there, Dave, I'm so sorry. It really pains me to do this, but I've gotten them for over a year now. So, all right. So spool number 1, which is the white one, is mixtape number 13 PLA. Last month we let Jordan pick the color. Did you guys realize that Jordan picked the color last month?
I almost forgot. It's been so long.
Yeah. Last month we let Jordan pick the color, and people seem to have liked the results. This means that David has decided not to fire him for now. This month comes to you from the twisted mind of Dustin. Oh no. Now Jordan spends his spare time after work painting and sculpting. He considers himself a true artist. Dustin, on the other hand, is a little less artist and more techno nerd. If you've ever had a technical question or a problem with an order, then you most likely have talked with Dustin. This means he is the one that gets all of the support tickets like, what do you mean that I can't plug mains power directly into a Duet 3D board? Or when will X be back in stock? Or my favorite one, on Black Friday, when people will buy all the sale items the night before Black Friday and then submit a ticket saying they should get a refund on the Black Friday pricing. We know what you're doing. You're not being slick. Okay, back to this month's color. So Dustin got a support ticket where someone was showing off a print where they used a slight gray translucent filament to make more contrast in a lithophane. Oh, lithophane, lithophane, lithopanio, lithothingy. This is our attempt at that. We are using a light gray translucent recipe to make this month's mixtape. So get to printing all those lithophanes. There, I knew how to spell it. So apparently it's a translucent gray. It looks like just a dirty white, but. And then spool number 2 is blue ice. And it's, I mean, I know that you guys can't tell, it probably looks black to you, but it's quite pretty. It's cold outside. It's so cold. There's snow and ice and rain and generally completely miserable out there. So why not bring that same feeling inside with blue ice? A nice deep rich blue with some translucent properties to it. Print some snowflakes or ice cubes or basically anything that will bring the misery out the cold outdoors right into your house. So that's that. So sadly, we won't be unboxing any more of those. At least not anytime in the near future.
Well, I'm sad to say that your camera has not caught up very much, but your audio is good through the reading of the letter. So
that's terrible. Scott said, "I'm swimming in MakerBox and Alien 3D box samples. I can't imagine how much extra filament I would have with full spool subscription." Yeah, I've been doing MakerBox for how many years now? Like all of them. So I have MakerBoxes everywhere. I have a stack of MakerBoxes down here that I haven't opened yet. So, all right, another one. Bye-bye.
They're printed solid bots. They found out you canceled your subscription and they're unhappy. Come back into the fold.
No, I mean it's really cool. Like I've never had this kind of variety of colors. And I'm not complaining, but typically when people give me filament, it's yellow. So I've always had like 35 different shades of yellow. It's fine. It's helped me find some stuff. But obviously I like having a variety, and this has given me a lot of variety. But again, I don't print as much as I used to. So
your kids don't print as much as they used to.
No. And I think I print more PETG than anything. So just because it's more durable.
Durable.
So, but so it's all fun. It's a little sad. I have this huge stack of printed solid stickers, and this isn't even all of them. But I think next time I go to a Murphy Earth, I'm going to take all of these and drop them back on the printed solid table.
Return to sender.
I mean, honestly, how many printed solid stickers does one person need? I think I still have a stack of them that they sent me to give out at like maker fairs and stuff. So, wow, we are getting bombarded by
The
the
bots.
bots. Uncle Ron got that one. Make sure you're reporting them, Uncle Ron. Don't just hide them.
I see they're bouncing that period back and forth. VYN dot space FYN and then VYN space dot FN FYI. I kind of want to go see what that website is now.
Oh, you probably don't.
I don't have a virtual machine ready to go, so otherwise I would. I do usually keep a virtual machine that is sacrificial with a backup of the hard drive, so that when I need it gone, it's gone.
Clint is leaving us. Good night, Clint. Gotta get
Can't
some
blame
sleep.
him.
Working 5 hours. Oof.
Can't blame him for leaving us. We suck. We're terrible.
Scott said I have 25 of the 39 current Jesse colors on hand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I think I have all of them. Well, in fact, I would have all of them. No, just the Jesse box. Whatever came in the Jesse box. This is a delicious airhead that I'm eating that I'm not supposed to be.
Sorry, I got no energy left.
Well, and I thought about grabbing a Coke Zero today, and so that I could have the energy from the caffeine. But it wouldn't kicked in until I was ready to go to bed tonight.
Yeah, I went down. We were out of water flavors, and I grabbed a can of Coke Zero, and I was like, I've gone this long without it, so dug out some Kool-Aid and whipped that up instead.
Amazon's here.
Oh, did you get notification on your phone?
Scott posted to Twitter and said, hey son, Funking 3D says hurry up. That's not the kind of encouragement I was talking about. Yeah, we came up with a what I think is a pretty good idea for the end screen. And if it goes according to plan, like it's going to be a long game. So
I believe in you.
Cool.
I believe in you.
Well, I believe in me too, but it'll be interesting to see if it pans out. You guys will just have to wait and tune in. I sold some parts to a guy last night, and he gets to the house, and his buddy's telling me about all the great things that his friend is doing to his Ford F-150, and I said, "Oh, it's a F-450 with a Cummins diesel in it," and both of them at the exact same time said, "Seriously? Can we see it?" I'm like, "No, go away." No. Uncle Ron said, "Gonna blow up your truck in the finale." Well, that depends on if it runs or not. So much has happened that I haven't told you guys about. I mean, it's probably better so that you can find out later, but I attempted to start it. Motor was in, body's on, electrical system was all hooked up, got fuel pressure, so I cranked it, and it ran for 3 seconds and shut off. Then I cranked it and cranked it and cranked it and cranked it and cranked it, and it wouldn't go again. About 6 hours later, cranked it, fired up for 3 seconds and shut off. So it's most likely the Dodge security system. So the ECM got shipped back out to the tuner. So I'm just waiting for that to come back. It's always something. Mitch Streety said, I want to buy a truck, but I need decent gas mileage. The Maverick looks cool. Well, if you're thinking about buying a Maverick, you got to either do it now or you're going to have to wait until sometime late summer because they're putting the orders on hold for them. So. Grover said, check carb, might be dumping gas. No carb on this. This is a 2006 Cummins diesel. It's got fuel line pressure is good. It's hanging about 18-20 psi, and the fuel rail it requires at least 1,000 psi to fire over, and it's 5,000 psi to fire over, and it's hanging up around 22 to 25,000 psi. So it's got plenty of fuel pressure. But by the codes that I'm getting and stuff, I'm 99% sure that it's a skim issue, which is Dodge's immobilizer. Uncle Ron said my first car was a Maverick. It is a truck now. Well, it's a car with a truck bed on the back.
Which is one thing to make fun of, but also has some merits for people that need, light truck usage.
I only brought that back up because we had a discussion about that back a few months ago.
We did.
About it not being a real truck if the bed's attached to the cab.
Gatekeeping trucks.
Well, I'll sure be glad to have mine back. It's, I mean, there are people that go through life without a truck, and more power to them. But I hate not having a truck.
But you'll keep on trucking.
Take junk over to the transfer station, garbage and stuff, and scrap metal to the recycler. I probably have couple $300 worth of scrap sitting out there to go to the recycler. I just keep checking my internet connection to see
if it's getting better.
I think it's getting worse. I mean, the download speed is still good, but it's not. It's down around 200, 230 now. That's the upload that. Oh, it was doing a little better. It was like 1.1. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to come back. So, well, I know it's a little early, but I think we should call it a day.
Yeah, we can call it here.
I know that you're a little shy on energy, and I'm a little shy on internet for some reason.
Those are both true. Yeah, this is the longest I've sat in a computer chair in almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, no reason to overdo it. So, you got anything that you want to plug quick?
No, I hope to have a video out at the end of the week, but we'll honestly see how things are going. But I think by next Tuesday at the latest.
Well, I too am hoping to have a video out this week, but it will not be on this channel. And again, that is in the hands of Sean, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't seen any bit of the first video, so not even like sneak peeks. So that's it'll be kind of exciting for me too to get to see it. But obviously, I will let everyone know if that's actually going to happen. I haven't picked like what day, like what my upload day is going to be yet.
You and I should talk offline for a little bit. I've been watching trends and stuff like that, so I might be able to help you pick a date and time to release it for best chance at success.
Okay. Well, there's no chance of not having success. It's awesome to me. But
yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah. So that'll unfortunately that's gonna wrap it up for today. I don't want to sit here with my video all pixelated and my audio cutting in and out. So I will just say that thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in, even as crappy as it was. Sorry that we're cutting it short after not doing it for 2 weeks and then 1 week and then not doing it for 2 weeks. But we will be back next week. God willing, and the creeks don't rise. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Central Time next Sunday. And yeah, I guess that's it. We love each and every one of you. And until next time, as always,
Print on.
print on.